remote location filing is, we're still dealing in a world of electronic commerce. We're still dealing with in a world of electronic communication with CBP. And we started off with an umbrella called ACS, Automated Commercial System. And that umbrella has a bunch of subsystems, if you will. And one of those subsystems is ABI, which stands for Automated Broker Interface. And this is a software module or a software program which is a distinct language with a bunch of codes which is designed to communicate with customs via screens, via computers, electronically. And within the electronic automated broker interface, you have what's called as RLF, which is remote location filing. It has played a huge deal in, especially in the past 20-25 years, which allowed many customs brokers, especially huge corporate brokers, to consolidate and have super centers, filing super centers, where they have 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 major locations from which they file most of their entries. Some of the entries still cannot be outsourced from a port, but they just consolidate many filers, many entry writers, which are folks who clear entries through customs. They put the data in and they hit the send button, and the data goes out. So RLF permitted this consolidation within the industry, where you can see it somewhere in the country. It still must be in the United States. And you have to file, you can file from that location electronically, send a bunch of ones and zeros, send a bunch of digits, and provided the software is recognizable by CBP, CBP will respond back stating, yes, okay, cleared, or exam, may proceed, or intensive exam, or EDR, entry docs required. Various messages can come back. So automated clearinghouse is one. What's the other one authorized that can be? I think I'm not sure if it's synonymous to, if that method is used by ACH2, but remember I mentioned there is this huge project that is brewing near the completion by 2016. Automated Commercial Environment, ACE. Well, that system, that automated commercial environment, is a kind of like a browser-based system where you open up a browser like Internet Explorer, and just like logging into the email account or your bank account online, or you can using ACE log in into your customs account online. So, in other words, having a line release or immediate delivery is not a requirement. But will that prohibit you from filing immediate delivery entry through RLF? I'm not so sure. I think what the regulation here is trying to say is that emphasis on combined RLF transaction. But if you're filing, for example, a single immediate delivery or a single line release, I think in by itself it is possible. If you are within that time frame, then you cancel the entry and you submit a new one. I guess that would fall under the additional information. Because if otherwise, what will happen is you will normally get a reject. And if you have a reject, you have problems. And if that reject is not working out for you, then you must print out a paper. So let's say there is additional invoice, there is additional line item, and this line item you will present in a paper form to customs. So you physically go to the customs office and you give the paper document as an additional information. Of course, what's the problem with that? You are sitting somewhere in Iowa, right? Trying to file an entry in New York. This is, after all, RLF, right? We're talking about remote location filing. So you either call up your sister office if you're big enough of a broker, and ask your colleague to pay a visit to the customs office in a town with the entries file, or you send those documents via courier, like Federal Express.